when the FBI showed up at my house for my involvement in some real estate transactions that were illegal, I handled it as bad as you could. I made excuses. I pointed at everybody else. I even told the FBI they should go take a lie detector test. And the truth was, I was up against all my own weaknesses. I was scared. I have learned this lesson the hard way. Making a mistake is one thing. Denying the mistake is a far worse mistake, because it only gets worse, right? Now, I know there's people out there in social media land that are going to say, it wasn't a mistake, it was a choice. But here's the truth. It was a mistake and it was a choice. I made a choice to make a mistake. I think the definition of mistake is a wrongful choice or action. It was wrong, for sure, and it caused me a lot of pain. I spent 5 years in federal prison. I got the maximum sentence, 7 years. 0 to 7 was my range, and I got the 7. And I think a big part of that was that I handled it so poorly. Now, looking at my life now, I'm not giving my power away by making excuses. When I make a mistake, I own it and I move forward. That is a lesson that I learned that I will forever cherish. I am the common denominator of my problems. I can choose how to reframe something and handle it differently. Once I got to prison, it took me probably 2 years to realize that I was up against my own weaknesses and to start to own those choices. And that was freedom for me. When I got to prison, I was already imprisoned. I was imprisoned because of my choices. I felt like a victim to the FBI and the judge and the federal court. I just felt like they had done me dirty until I could own that it was my choices that took me there. My choices to handle the investigation the way I did that got me the maximum sentence. And I know the max is pretty heavy, right? 7 years. There's a lot of people out there, but then there's also people that got worse sentences. I've heard, well, murderers don't even get that much time. I don't really know, but I know that it was once I owned my part and I was able to do with my time what I wanted and took ownership of that, it was freedom for me, and I started creating a new future.